Prince Harry has once again found himself at the center of a media storm. But this time, it's not about Meghan or the royal family drama we've seen before. It's about something far more personal and intimate from his past. Reports have surfaced that details about his former relationship with Chelsy Davy, including what tabloids have described as sleeping arrangements, are now part of a legal battle over press intrusion. While some headlines make it sound sensational, the reality is a high-stakes court case questioning how far newspapers can go when reporting on private moments from years ago. The idea that a relationship from over a decade ago could still cause headlines today is both shocking and a clear reminder of the intense scrutiny Harry has faced throughout his life. But this story is more than just a tabloid spectacle. It taps into serious questions about privacy, legality, and the blurred lines between public interest and personal life. Chelsy Davy is no stranger to the royal headlines, having been Prince Harry's girlfriend for several years before he met Meghan Markle. Their relationship, which began around 2004 and lasted on and off until 2011, was often portrayed as glamorous, complicated, and intensely private, at least in comparison to the public life Harry would later lead. Chelsy, a Zimbabwean socialite and businesswoman, reportedly maintained a delicate balance between dating a prince and pursuing her own career, which added layers of complexity to their relationship. Over the years, tabloids chronicled their vacations, parties, and high-profile outings, but the deeper, private aspects of their relationship were meant to remain hidden, until now. The resurfacing of this story highlights just how enduring media attention can be, especially for royals, and how past relationships can suddenly become relevant in ways no one could anticipate. The term sleeping arrangements has caught attention worldwide, but the truth is that it originates from a 2010 article detailing very personal aspects of Harry and Chelsy's relationship. The story allegedly described their private routines, including how and where they spent nights together. While tabloids at the time framed it as casual gossip, these details have now resurfaced as part of a legal battle, raising questions about consent, privacy, and the ethics of reporting on intimate moments. Harry's team argues that these revelations went far beyond what is acceptable for public consumption, and that publishing them violated his rights to privacy. Even years later, the media's ability to dredge up such personal details shows the ongoing tension between celebrity life and private life, a tension that Harry has openly criticized throughout his public statements. Rumors and speculation about the impact of these revelations have circulated online, but it's important to note that the legal proceedings focus purely on the unauthorized publication, not the relationship itself. In response to the publication of these intimate details, Prince Harry has launched a legal case against the newspaper responsible, claiming that the information was unlawfully obtained and published. His legal team emphasizes that this isn't just about embarrassment. It's about protecting basic human rights and setting a precedent for how far the media can go in reporting private matters. Harry has been particularly vocal about his frustration with relentless press intrusion, both before and after his marriage to Meghan Markle, and this case is part of a broader pattern of challenging tabloid practices. Court documents reportedly outline how the article infringed on his privacy and caused distress, underscoring the emotional impact such reporting can have even years after the fact. The lawsuit also sends a message to other media outlets that past relationships are not fair game for sensationalized stories, a principle that could have long-term implications for public figures everywhere. The newspaper at the center of the lawsuit claims that the information came from legitimate sources, though the specifics remain undisclosed. They argue that reporting on high-profile figures falls within press freedom and public interest, framing their story as standard entertainment journalism. This defense sets up a classic clash between privacy and press rights. On one side, Harry seeks to protect personal boundaries. On the other, publishers assert their right to report freely on matters involving celebrities. Legal experts suggest that cases like this could redefine how intimate past relationships are treated in the media, potentially influencing what tabloids can and cannot publish. While the details of their defense are still unfolding, The controversy highlights just how precarious privacy can be for someone born into fame, regardless of how much time has passed. Rumors have already emerged online, suggesting dramatic motives or secret leaks, but these remain unverified and should be treated with caution. Although this case involves events from over a decade ago, it resonates strongly in today's climate of media accountability and privacy rights. Prince Harry has consistently spoken out about the emotional toll of relentless press scrutiny, and this lawsuit represents a broader push against intrusive journalism. Beyond the courtroom, the story sparks debate about whether society should continue to police the private lives of public figures and how old stories can resurface to create new headlines. It also underscores the delicate balance that former royals must maintain, living a life outside official duties while still being under intense public and media attention. In a world where every detail can be published online within minutes, cases like this shine a light on the cost of fame and the lengths one must go to reclaim personal boundaries. As expected, fans and social media users have reacted with curiosity and speculation about what these sleeping arrangements actually entailed and how they could affect Harry and Meghan's current life. Rumors have surfaced suggesting everything from lingering tensions with ex-partners to questions about Harry's past choices influencing his present relationships. It's been said online that this case might open doors to more private details being revealed, though none of these claims are verified. The frenzy illustrates a broader fascination with royals' personal lives, a curiosity that has fueled tabloids for decades. It's important to emphasize that while the online commentary is sensational, the court case itself is focused purely on legality and privacy, not on character judgment or personal relationships. Harry's legal action isn't happening in a vacuum. Historically, the royal family has battled invasive reporting, from Princess Diana to recent stories about Meghan and Harry themselves. This context is crucial. The media has long tested the boundaries of what it can report about royals' private lives, often blurring the line between newsworthiness and gossip. By taking legal action now, Harry positions himself not only as a plaintiff defending his privacy, but also as a figure pushing back against decades of systemic intrusion. This case may therefore be seen as part of a broader effort to create a lasting precedent that protects not only Harry, but also future generations of public figures from the same intense, sometimes unethical scrutiny. Even as the legal battle unfolds, online discussions have magnified the story beyond what the courts see. Social media platforms and tabloid comment sections are filled with speculative narratives, some questioning Harry's motives and others theorizing about Chelsy Davy's perspective. While it's tempting to get swept up in these rumors, they should always be framed as speculation, as we don't have confirmation from any official sources. What this does show, however, is how easily private history can become public fodder, fueling debates and assumptions that have little to do with verified facts. The internet amplifies every whisper, making privacy battles even more challenging for those in the spotlight. Legal analysts following the case suggest that it could have far-reaching consequences for media law in the UK and beyond. They point out that if Harry succeeds, it may limit tabloid reporting on intimate details of past relationships, especially when they involve high-profile figures. Conversely, if the publisher wins, it could reinforce the press's ability to report freely, even on highly personal matters. The stakes are high, and the outcome could reshape how private moments are treated legally, potentially affecting celebrities, politicians, and public figures across multiple sectors. It's a reminder that cases like this aren't just about gossip, they're about setting boundaries between public curiosity and personal rights. Although Chelsy Davy hasn't made public statements regarding the case, speculation about her reaction has fueled curiosity online. Reports claim that she remains private and largely removed from public disputes, which aligns with her long-standing approach to life after the royal spotlight. Her silence, intentional or not, contrasts with Harry's very public fight for privacy and creates a dynamic that fascinates audiences. A private figure caught up in public controversy. This underscores how individuals involved in high-profile relationships often have to navigate the tension between personal discretion and relentless public attention. Finally, this case highlights broader implications for the royal family and former royals navigating life in the public eye. Harry and Meghan's past experiences with tabloid intrusion have been widely documented, and this legal battle reinforces the ongoing struggle for personal space and dignity. It also reflects society's insatiable interest in royal lives, from historic relationships to modern-day marriages, and the responsibility media outlets have when reporting sensitive matters. The outcome may influence how future stories about the royals are covered, particularly regarding ex-relationships and private details that resurface years later. Ultimately, this story isn't just about a headline or a rumored detail from a decade ago. It's about privacy, legality, and the long shadow of fame. Prince Harry's fight against the publication of intimate details from his past relationship with Chelsy Davy underscores a critical conversation about media ethics, personal boundaries, and the impact of old stories resurfacing. For viewers, it's a reminder that behind every sensational headline lies a human story, one that involves real emotions, legal stakes, and the constant tension between curiosity and respect. As this case unfolds, it will be fascinating to see how it reshapes the landscape for privacy rights, celebrity protection, and the way society treats personal history in the public eye.